All right, so this is the worksheet that we got from BBLearn. And so this is the Lab 6. Now, as we have said, that we need to draw the half of the drawing. Okay, we need to draw this one here. Now, let me just familiarize things. Now, if you look at this one here, they are aligned. Why? Because to show the plan and the elevation of this particular pile, okay, pile foundation. So we have the footing, which is 1,800 by 1,800. You will notice that this is in millimeter. And then we have the tie beam here with the length of 2,500. Now, if you look at this one here, we have also the footing and the piles. Okay, now piles have been protruded to 100 millimeter and with a diameter of 400. Right, and the blinding, look at this one. The blinding is 75 millimeter sound blindings. Now, the blindings are very important in laying down the foundation so that the particular structure or substructure will not be contaminated with other chemicals present in the soil so that it will not affect our steel or reinforcement. All right, so we have the length of the tie beam, which is 2,500 with a depth of 400. And then we have a column which is a rectangular column and concrete and 300 by 300. So the width of your tie beam is also 300 millimeter. All right, so and also the piles are 300 millimeter away from the footing or pile caps. All right, so let's start now doing the drawing. Let's start with the common now, which we have done before. See this one here. We have to draw this one first, which is very common to us, which is with 1,800 by 1,800 rectangle. So the command now, so again, we will draw it here, a rectangle, REC. All right, so uh, click anywhere, says specify the first corner point, specify anywhere, and then type D because we have no area, we have no rotation. The only thing that is present is dimension, which is the length, which is 1,800. And you will notice here 1,800, and then the depth is 1,800 also. All right, so we have this one here. Okay, so left click, and then it will go. Now, from there, we have a column which is 300 by 300. So what we do is let's make a line here in the middle. Okay, click this one here and then a line also in the middle, just to make sure that we know where the middle is. Now, we said that the column is uh, 300 by 300. So we need to divide it by 2, which is 150, so that we can have the other half on top and the other half on the bottom and the other half on the left and other half on the right. So offset now to 150. All right, so when you offset this one here, click this one up and click this one down and click this one also to the left and click this one to the right. All right, so again, we can now easily do REC just to make now, okay, from here, we will overlay it here, from here up to this one. So we are sure here that this is 300 by 300. So again, I remove this one, not to remove the center lines. I remove those lines that we have created and it will go. That's it. All right. And then we have said that the line, okay, from here is 2,500. Yeah, 2,500. So 2,500 for the tie beams. All right. And again, the width is 300. Again, it is offset to 150. All right. Up and down. All right. Now, in order for us to have a continuous line here, let's remove this one here. Let's make a line first here as a boundary here. And then let's remove this line and just stretch this. See this one? Stretch it, okay, so that we have one line there. All right, that would be the center line, right? So that would be our center line. Okay. Now, since we have that one now, we have done it and we are going to draw the piles, RC files. The RC files is 300 millimeter away from the pile caps. So we offset again to 300, right? 300. Okay, click this one here, go down. All right, so that would be your center here. And the diameter of the piles, okay, the diameter of the piles is 400. Okay, so 400. All right, so let's go and make a circle. Circle, now you will notice here is center radius and center diameter. Since we know the diameter, so we click this one here, the center diameter, and put it in the middle here, put it in the middle here, all right, and then diameter, which is 400. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's it. And then the circle, let's look at the circle here. This is ISO 03W100 and line type 5. All right, so it is ISO. So let's make it a point, okay, that this one here is ISO. If you look at the properties here, we have ISO 03W100. It's already prepared, okay, and also the line type here. Click this one in properties and change the line type property or line type scale, okay, which is 5. All right. So here, did you see the change now? See this one? Okay, we have the change here. And the pile cups, okay, the pile cups color, or the piles color is cyan, okay, cyan, because this one cyan. So let's change the color of this one here, cyan. All right, cyan, okay. Or we can just allow it, okay. Copy this one now here. See, click the object, right click, and then go to the middle, and then click again, left click, and then distribute it now to the four corners here, four corners and four corners here, okay. And then just erase this line. We don't need it. All right, so we have it, okay. It's very easy now. We have this one now, okay. And if you look at the half of the drawing here, there is a distance that they make 2,325 from here, from this level here up to that one is 2,325. So let's make a line. Let's make a line here. Okay, I make a line here. Right, and then I will just erase it later. Okay, offset, okay, to 2,325. Okay, and then click this line here and put it up. That's it. So this is our reference, okay, the difference between that. So 2,325. Now, let's look at it further, okay. So here we have 2,325 and we need to offset it by 100. See this one? We need to offset it by, no, we need to offset it by 75. Okay, 75, and then we offset again to 100. Okay, uh, okay, let's offset it first to 75. Okay, offset it to 75 for the blinding. Okay, so offset this one, offset to 75. Okay, click this one here and offset to 75. All right, and then we need to offset it also to for the depth here. So from this corner here at the blinding here, we need to offset it to 600, or in order for us to get the footing or the pile caps. All right, so we have that one 600. Offset it now. This one here, offset this one, offset to 600. All right, so click this one here, offset it to 600, and that's it. And then let's make a line here. Let's make a line here, okay, corner to corner, okay, line here, okay, corner to corner. However, if you look at this one here, we have done the 600. However, there is a line protruding for the piles, okay, the protruding these pile caps, which is 100 millimeter. So from there up to this one is 100 millimeter. All right, so 100 millimeter. Let's go for this one first. Okay, 100 millimeter offset to 100 millimeter. Okay, so from here up to this one, let's make sure. So from this blinding, we have to offset it to 100. Yeah, is it? So let's look at it now. Okay, 100. See this one here. So now how do we relate now this one to go into this? So it's easy. We just make a line here, make a line here, and you will see the quadrant here. Can you see this one, the quadrant? And then we just put it up. Okay, and then make it as F8. All right, the making to make it straight. So here, all right, and then copy this one. Remember the diameter is 400. So copy, all right, left click, right click. Now take this one here and put it on the quadrant again, and then this one also in the quadrant, and then in the quadrant, and that's it. All right, so that's it. So this one now, okay, if you look at this one here, we need to trim this one. Okay, this one we need to remove this. We need to remove this one. We need to remove this one. All right, and then also what we can do, if you look at the drawing here, if you look at the drawing here, there is a line there, and we need to remove those lines in the middle of this one here, the blinding. This is the blinding. Okay, you see, and remove this one here, and remove this one here. All right. Okay. Now this also here. Now I will give you the freedom to choose anywhere here. All right, somewhere in the middle, or it depends. Okay, so that we have different sizes for the students. Okay, because this is my idea now that you copied your drawing if you uh, have the same distance. All right, so I make this one as a distance here, and then trim. Okay, all right, I'll remove it from the bottom here. From the bottom here first, trim it there. Okay, so that there will be continuity of trimming, and then trim this one also. See, make a line there, and then it goes out. That's it. Okay, so oh, see, it goes there. All right, so look at this here. Uh, let's again do it. Okay, so that means there is no connection here. All right, so I will just make it a little bit extend it a little bit here. All right, okay, so I trim it. All right, trim this one here. So at the same time we are doing some troubleshootings now. Okay, so here, okay, look at this one here. Okay, see here, see this one. So the reason why it was gone, because there was no continuity, right? There is no continuity of the line. So I can remove this one, I can remove this one, I can remove this line. That's now your files. All right. So in order to do the infinity of the files, so how do we do that? How do we do the infinity of the files? Now look at this one here. We go to the circle 2 point. Can you see this one? Circle 2 point here. Put it this one here. Put this one another one, and then another one. Put another 2 point here. Okay, circle 2 points. All right. Now look at this one here. This is the technique for making the infinity in the circle. So I do trim, okay, and then I remove this one here, all right, and then I remove this one here, all right, okay, all right. Now I just highlight this one here and then just stretch it down, okay, and then also this one here, stretch it down, yeah, and then again I will make another circle 2 points here from here up to this one here, and then trim, tr. Okay, and then remove this one, and then stretch again this one to a little bit, same size. Okay, remove, and that's it. Okay, you will have this one here. Okay, this is one, or this one here. I'll just go to the line there again. Just make a line here. I just go and make a circle 2 points here. All right, if you want the other side here. Okay, trim. Okay, remove this one here. Okay, and then remove this one just to make it on the other side here. Stretch it. All right, and that's it. Okay, so it looks like more professional. Now for on the other side, we just copy this one. Copy this here. All right, copy, and then right click, and then left click, go to the side here, and that's it. Remove the line, and you have both the sizes. Okay. Now, also the column. Remember the column here. The column is, let's just stretch the center line here. Okay, and stretch it. All right, stretch it a little bit here. Okay, a little bit higher. And then look at this one here. I will offset it. Remember the size of the column is 300 by 300. So 150 by 150. Offset now, okay, to 150. All right, again, go to the left, okay, and go to the right. All right, and then we just go and trim. Okay, we trim this one here, TR. Okay, we go removing this one here, removing this one here, removing this one here, removing this one here, removing this one, removing this one, okay, and oh, okay, again, see here, we need to redo it again, okay, so here we need to trim, okay, trim. If you trim this one here, okay, trim this one here, right? Then also we can trim this one here, trim this one here, right? Trim this one, trim this one. Don't need them, okay, and that's it. Okay, and then I can trim this one also. Then I can trim this one also. All right, I can trim this one. I can trim this one also. Okay. Uh, Again, I can go with the center line. Okay, I'll leave the center line for our use later on. Okay, here. Now on the top of this, okay, we see now here. See this one, how to make this one now. Here, how to make this infinity in the rectangle. All right, how to make this one infinity in the rectangle. Now it's very easy now to do this one here. All right, so look at this one here. I go a circle. Okay, I make a line first here, the corner here. All right, and then I make a circle. Circle diameter or circle radius. Okay, with this one here. See this one, and then I make a line here. Okay, from here, okay, up to this one, touching the center line. Okay, touching the center line and stretching it, going to the other side. Okay, now here, F8, okay, because he looks for that one here. Okay, with this one. All right, now what we do now is trim. Okay, trim this one here. Okay, so we can trim this one here. We can trim this one here. We can trim this one and trim this one and trim this one. Okay, and then we can just stretch this. Okay, stretch this one here a little bit circular, and then stretch this one a little bit circular, and that's it. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Hmm. We're done. Actually, we're done, and then we can go with the tie beam. See here, the tie beam here. It is from that corner there up to this one, which is 2,500, right? And the depth is 400. Okay, and then we have 75 blinding. Okay, so we have here rectangle. Okay, so from here now, okay, we can do the rectangle, which is the length, which is dimension. Okay, and then the length is 2,500 and the depth is 400. That's it. Okay, and then I can make a line here and offset it to 75. Yeah, offset 75. Okay, offset 75. All right, click this one here and go down. All right, and make a line here for the blinding. Yeah, that's it. All right, now we will now assign things now and finalize it a little bit. Now let's make some let's just trim this one here just to make sure that this is all the tie B the blinding. Okay, now before we go to that one here, what we gonna do is check our layers. Now in your notes that the layers are being provided. Okay, so we have the layers of the drawing that we have. We have such layers, which is what was the layer provided? we have the layers being provided here is that we have the column, which is magenta. We have the footing, which is green, RC piles, which is cyan, and tie beam, which is blue. Okay, and the blinding are red, and center lines are red. Right. So we have again column. Okay, we have the column. All right. So let's make now a layer. So in the layer properties, click the layer properties and create. See this one, make new layer here. All right. So the layers again, we have the putting. Okay, all capital letter. Putting, or sometimes we call it as pile cups. All right. And what was the color of the footing that we have? We have mentioned that this is called footing, which is green. Okay, let's change this one into green. All right, and then we have the column. Okay, the column, and the column color is what was that? I think it was magenta. Okay, magenta. Column is magenta. And then we have another layer, which is tie beam. Tie beam, and the color of the tie beam is blue. Yeah, blue. Okay, blue. So we change it into blue. All right, and then we have another one, which is RC piles, which is cyan. RC piles. Okay, so we have the RC piles, which is cyan. Cyan. Okay, and then we have also what else do we need to put there? Center lines, blinding and center lines. Okay, so blindings here, another new layer, blinding, which is red in color, and then center lines. Okay, center lines, which is red also in color. All right, so now whatever is provided in the paper for layering, you have to provide it. Do not put anything. All right, this is all the layers provided here. We have the footing, column, tie beam, RC piles, blinding, and center lines. All right, now do not click anything here, especially this one. When you lock this one, you will not see the drawing. And make sure that the zero is checked. This is the only technique there. All right, be sure that the zero is checked. Okay, so we have now assigned this, okay, as provided. Now let's make this one now the blinding, okay, for the blindings here. So hatch, okay. Before we go and hatch, let's look at the hatch. AR concrete and scale is 10. Okay, AR concrete and the scale is 10. All right, so hatch. Okay, and we have AR concrete. Find the AR concrete. As you click the arrow here, you will see AR concrete here. All right, and then put it here. Okay, and put it here. All right, those are the blindings, and the scale is 10. All right, okay, so here. And then we can change the color into red. Okay, so that's it. All right, so this red also. Let's make this line also, these lines also here as red. Okay, and this one also as red. Okay, this one as red. All right, to make sure that there are alignment, okay, and provided. Okay, so again, when you click this one here, the blinding, everything will go. Okay, so this one we have to assign it also. Assign it also in the home, and then click this one as blinding, so that when we click the blinding here, right, everything goes. Yeah, everything goes. So this one is not yet provided here. We will make this one here red in color. Okay, and then just assign it as blinding. That's it. Okay, so when you click now all the blindings here, all right, they will all go. Okay, so we have now the blindings. Okay, now the tie beam, which is blue in color. Okay, we click this one and click this one also as tie beam. These are tie beams here. All right, so this one we don't need it because we will remove it later. All right, and then click this one now as a tie beam. Here as a tie beam. Look at your tie beam here, blue, and you'll see there is a change. And this one also is the putting. Here, these are all puttings here. Okay, these are all puttings here. Okay, so this one is the putting here. This one is the putting here, and this one here. All right, and we click it as this one also as a putting. So this one is putting. Here we go with the putting. There you go. Changes into green. Now this one, RC files. So we have RC files here. This one RC files, this one RC files, this one RC files, this one also RC files, and this one also are RC files. So up to this one here, up to this one here, these are RC files. So let's look at the RC files, and it is cyan. Right now it changes, okay, everything now. Now the column now, we need to change it. The column here, and then this one also. Of course, it should be alignment as a column here. And then this one here. All right, we need to include this one as, be careful not to touch the center line. So this one is a column. So there is a change now here. Now this one here, this is the center line. Okay, click this one here as a center line. This one also as a center lines. Here and the center line, just click this one here and find the center, center 2. All right, center 2. Okay, center 2. And do we have center 2 here? Okay, all right. Yeah, this is center 2. Okay, and the center 2 here, okay, we click this one, we click this one and change it as center 2. All right, and click this one now as center lines here. All right, however, you will not see any changes. So let's find the right scale here. This is 1, so let's make it as 2. Okay, would there be a change? Okay, or 10? Okay, or let's say 100. Okay, so is there a change then? Okay, so this is a change. There is a change here. All right, so let's look at any more. Let's say 10. Okay, is there a change? No change. Okay, so click this one here, and then let's change it into, let's say 1,000, because we are dealing with millimeter. So let's change this one into 1,000. All right, see here, can you see this change now? Okay, so this one also, okay, should be, okay, if you are in doubt, but there's not showing any center lines here, so you just make a match-up properties. Match-up properties, click this one here, click this one here, and then click this line also here, okay? All right, that means it is already in center line. When you do the printing, it will show that as a center line. All right, now look at this one here. We've done all the parts here, okay? Let's see if they are all layered. See this one, blinding, okay? We have the center lines, okay? We have the column, all right? We have the footing, okay, the footings, all right? We have the RC files. Remember the RC files now? All of them will show that, okay? And then what else do we need to check? Oh, see here, we need to put the grid lines here at 700, and this one also at 700. All right, so let's make a line there, all right, in the center lines here, okay? So let's make a line here, all right? Let's make a line here. From here up to this one is 700. All right. Okay, so this one here. And then let's make a circle. Now the circle that we can use here is 300. All right, so circle diameter, okay, 300. Okay, so put it here and 300. Okay, all right. Now let's move this one up. Move it. Okay. Aywa. Okay, so this is the grid lines here, and this is one. And again, we will now remove this one here and this stretch. Remember, when you deal with the center lines, it should only be one line. Okay, you don't have any three lines or whatever. Okay, and then make this one also as center lines here, center lines, part of the center lines. And then again, I make a line here, 700. Okay, 700. Okay, and then I'll just copy the circle here, copy. All right, left click, right click, okay, and get it, grab it from this corner here, okay, so that we can easily go to the side. Now remove this line here and then stretch this line, and you have only one line for the center lines, okay, and then we can put a text here, which is 1, and this one is A. All right, so again, okay, text, T-E-X-T. All right, and then justify it. Okay, put anywhere. All right, type if that is 300, that means we have 100. Let's say 100. Okay, rotation 0. Okay, so A1 and A. Okay, and then we just move it. Move. Okay, left click, right click, and then move it here. Okay, so move it here. All right, and then also we can move this one here. Move, left click, right click, all right, and then move it here. All right, now we can make it all these things as center lines. Click this text here, click this text here as part of the center lines. That's it. Yeah, it changes. Okay, everything. All right, so let's look at the similarity now, okay, of what we are doing. Okay, here everything is provided. All right, okay, so because the final output will be this one, so we just leave the dimensions later, and we will just do the mirror now. All right, so everything has been provided now. Okay, so everything has been layered. So what we do now is we need to do now the mirror. So the command now, mirror, mi, for shortcut, and then highlight only. See here, select the object. So I select all the object, enter, and then I put it here. See this one? I put it here and then put it up. Now make sure that you put it in F8. Okay, F8 here, or function F8. Yeah. All right, so that it will be straight. And then it says here, are you going to erase the source or not? No. Okay, no. Enter. Okay, here. So it's done, right? See here, I will just remove this line here, TR. Okay, and then click this line here and click this line here. I don't need this line. I don't need this line also. I don't need this line also. See here, I don't need this line. And also, I don't need this line also here. Okay, all right. So it becomes now one entity. All right, now if you look at the final output, if you look at the final output here, okay, so we don't need the grid lines here. So we change this one, okay, into 2. Okay, we change this one into 2. Okay, and then this one we need to remove. Yeah, we don't need it. Okay, so TR. Okay, click this one and then erase this, erase. Yeah, so be sure that all the drawings are the same, okay, as it is being provided in your final drawing. All right, and then what we need to do now is put the elevation and the plan. Okay, so text again. All right, and then click anywhere here, click anywhere, and then let's say 200. All right, and then 0 elevations, 0 rotations, elevation now, or capital letter, elevation, and then plan. All right, and then we can just move it down. Okay, move this one plan here, M, left click, right click, all right, and then put it here, right, F8, to make sure that we are going to the middle here, in the middle, showing all the middle here. All right, and then this one also, move it a little bit here in the middle. Okay, move it a little bit in the middle. All right, okay. All right, so done. So what we need now is to compare it now with the original submission. Here we have the dimensions there. We will show the dimensions there. We will show some dimensions also here. Okay, and everything. All right. So what we do now is we go to the dimension first. We go to the dimension. Look at this one here, linear dimension, and we need to see this one now. Okay, and this one, it should be 100. See this one? It is 100. Can you see now? It is 100, and then this one also is being provided. It is see in the final output, you will see there are little dimensions only. Yeah, and this one will see to it that this is 400. 400, and then what else do we need to do? Add this one 300 and 300 and the radius. Yeah. Okay. So here, all right, we have this dimension here. Click this one here. Excuse me. Okay, we have 1,800, and then also here we have the dimension also here as let's look at it. How much is this one here now? Is 600. All right, 600. This is 600, which is provided here as 600. And then also here we need to show this 300 by 300. Here, 300 by 300. Okay, so you cannot see it because but there are circles there. So what we do is make this one here from the middle here, click this one, all right, and then up to this one here, that would be 300. See this one, and then also click this one also again here, from here, okay, to this one. This is again is 300. Now you will notice here that they are crossing, okay, because we started with the wrong. Okay, if you start with this one here, from here, okay, from here up to this one, okay, see this one, you see the numbers are showing on the left side. However, when I start from this one here, okay, to this one, all right, and it will go to that side. Yeah, so that there will be no crossing of the numbers. Okay, all right, so this one here and that one 300. Okay, again we can now go with the diameter here. Look at the radius, click this one here for the radius here and click the circle here. We have the 200, okay, because the diameter is 400. All right, and then what else do we need to put now? Here, okay, so this is 300 by 300 millimeter. So we're gonna with the multi-leaders here, multi-leaders here. Click this one here as a multi-leader. All right, and then this one is 300 by 300. Okay, 300 by 300 millimeter, okay, column, UC, or RC column, or column, okay, or capital letters, column. All right, okay. Now, so let's just check it. Okay, this is 300 RC column or 300 millimeter by 300 millimeter RC column. Or we can add this one here, RC column. Okay, RC column. See here, RC column. Okay, or that means it is reinforced concrete column. Now, also, you will notice here that there is a small. See, there is a small here, a line here. We need to put this one, a landing gap. We call it a landing gap to be a little bit longer. So what we do is click that one and just make this arrangement like this here. All right, a little bit distance from that. Yeah, so it changes. Okay, see here? So it changes. You can adjust it. All right. And then what else do we need? This one is 75 millimeter blinding. See here, if you look at this one here, this is 75 millimeter sun blinding. Okay, so this one, we can put it as RC, okay, or 75 millimeter, okay, 75 millimeter, okay, millimeter, sound blinding, okay, sound blinding. That's it. And then we can adjust it also here, okay? So we can adjust this one here, make this one a little bit bigger and longer, all right? So that it will be more proportionate, yeah? Now, since this one is also sound blinding, we can just look at this one here. We can just add the leader here and click this one and put it there. That's it. So these are both sound blinding, yeah. And then what else do we need to this one here? So what is this one, the protruding? So it says here that we can 100 millimeter pile penetration into cup. Okay, so 100 millimeter pile penetration into cup. Okay, so this one here, so this is 100 millimeter, remember? So we go to the leader here, okay, click this one here, and then we can put here as 100 millimeter millimeter pile penetration. And okay, so let's make it all capital letter. No? Pile penetration into cup. So again, we can lengthen this one, stretch this one, okay, and then stretch it with the proportionate distance. Okay. Mm. Okay. So when it threads, that means it is ready to be stretched. Yeah. Okay, again, I will do it. Okay, click this one here, stretch it. See this one, it turns red. Okay, we can stretch it here a little bit longer. All right, and why it's not stretching? Okay, and go. Iowa. All right, so it's stretched now. Okay, to 100 millimeters. See this one here, and then what else do we need to see there? See, as I've said, there are only few things to be included in the tie beam. So 400 by 300. Okay, 400 by 300 millimeter tie beam. Remember, this one is 300. Okay, so this one is 400 tie beam. Okay, 400 by 300 millimeter. Okay, millimeter. All right, and then tie beam. All right. Okay, and then we can again stretch it. Yeah, stretch it. So we can adjust it actually in the annotation, but however, I want you to show this one so that you know what to do adjustments later on. All right, so this one is 400 by 300 tie beam because this is 300. If you look at this one here, let's go with the linear here. This is 300 millimeter. Yeah, so this is 300 millimeter, just to make sure. All right, and then what else do we need to do? And this is the RC column, 300 by 300 RC column. So that one is 200. We need to make correction for that. So this is 300 by 300. Okay, so we go with the leader here. Okay, so this is 300. All right, 300 by 300 millimeter. Right, RC column, RC column. Yeah, and that's it. And then again, we can stretch it. Yeah, we can stretch this one here. Stretch it there a little bit longer. All right, that's it. Okay. You can also adjust it. Yeah, you can also again stretch it a little bit longer for that. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I think it's all prepared for that one. We have the plan and everything. We have the RC column. We have this one. Do have 400 millimeter diameter RC piles. Also, we don't have this one. So we need to put another leader here. Okay. So this is 400. Okay, 400 millimeter. Okay, RC piles. Okay, so RC piles. That's it. Okay, enter. Okay, and then again we can stretch it a little bit here. Yeah, see this one is very long, short. Okay, so we need to know it. Yeah, click this one, stretch it a little bit. Yeah, a little bit longer if you want. Okay, and that's it. Yeah. So this is RC files. All right. So that's it. And then now what we go now is we come to the file. We copy now the frame, okay, and put it in the layout. Okay, Control C, highlight this one here, enter. Okay, and then we go to the layout. Now remember this one, we need to make sure that it is smaller. Okay, and we don't want to go here. Otherwise, it will be a big problem for you. Okay, so right click here and then clipboard paste here. We have now the frame. Okay, so now this is your frame. Okay, so this one here, again, see this one, we avoided this one. Okay, we avoided that one. Now, if you will notice here, there are extra lines here, so we can just remove them. Okay, TR. All right, and then we can remove them. Yeah, so this one. So we can remove them so that, you know, it will be more professional done. Okay, also this one is, do we have some extra lines here? Okay, if there are some extra lines here, we remove them. That's easy to do. Yeah, so we can remove this one here also. Okay, let's just see. What is this one? Okay, we don't want to remove that one. This one here on the top. Okay, this one here. What is this line here? So both of them. So erase one of them. Okay. All right. And then this one also, there are two lines here. I don't know why. Let's just erase them. Okay. All right. And then also here, do we have? Okay. Now it's clear. All right. And this one also, it is only one line now. All right. Okay. Now this is now your drawing. Now here, as we have transfer the frame into the layout, what we need to do here is to identify the scale of the object, all right, to identify the scale. And normally when we do the scale, we use the common 1xp. Okay, that is the common. Every time you do the drawing and the scaling, it's always start with 1 xp. That means 1 is to 100. Because if 1xp satisfies the frame, that means it is correct. Okay, that means that is 1 is to 100 already. All right, so remember, this xp is 100 over the desired scale. All right, now in this case, if you have 100 divided by 100, that means 1xp. All right, so okay, mv, the first command here, mv, take this corner here, okay, to the space, empty space here, okay, working space, click this one here. All right, and see, okay, and we want to make sure, okay, that this one is double click. When you double click this one, it will show you, okay, we can make this one here, we can make the drawing in the middle. Yeah, all right, so now we are now ready to do zoom, scale, 1xp. Okay, can we do 1xp? It's smaller, right? So what we do is we increase. Now 100 divided by, let's say 2xp, 100 divided by 2, that means 1 is to 50 scale. All right, so zoom, scale, all right, 2xp. All right, so 2xp. All right, okay, I think 2xp is good enough. Now, look at this one here. Do not scroll and scroll, otherwise it will remove your scale. So go outside and double click here. All right, and then you can no longer touch this one here. So what you do now is put your name here, drawn by, just click this one here, and then here you say James Bond, and then the ID number, click this one, double click this one here, and H 007. Wow. Okay, and the scale now, since we use 2xp, okay, that means the scale is 1 is to 50. And that's it. Okay, so this is it now. This is now your drawing, and then you can save your drawing. Okay, so we there are two lines also here. We can remove this line here. All right, trim. Okay, yeah, so we remove this one here. ATR. Okay, so we remove this one here. Okay, now if you will notice here, okay, it's not showing. Okay, now if in case you want to change this one or remove this one, go to the model drawing. All right, and then go to this one here. See this one here. Okay, you trim TR. All right, you see this one, it removes easily. Okay, and then trim this one here, and then trim this one also here. Okay, and then what else we need to trim? This one here, and then also this one here. There are two lines, I think here. Oh, it's gone. Okay, so it's gone. All right, now, oh, okay. So trim again. It's very sensitive, yeah. Okay, and then trim again this one here. Again, trim this one again here. Then trim this one again here. This is, uh, and that's it. All right, this one. Now, if you look at the layout now, see here, okay, it doesn't change here because, see here, we have, uh, yeah, this one. I can erase it or undo. Okay, TR. Because it is inside now. It is not part of this one here. Okay, anyway, uh, this one is cannot be seen anymore when you print it. All right, so that's it. Okay, and we have all the layers. Look at this one here. Let's check all the layers here. All right, so here the blinding. Okay, it's all gone, and then we have the center lines also. Okay, we have the column. We have the footing. Okay, we have the RC files. We have the typing, and that's it. Okay, so now we can submit this one, save us. Okay, we can save us this one here, save us here, and then we can put here lab 6. Okay, lab 6, your name. Okay, James Bond, your name. Okay, and then ID number H007. All right, save it. Okay, and this will go to your and send this one to the BBLearn. And that's it. All right, that's all. Okay, all right.